So I got a question. This one, it's a good one.
Oh
All
shit.
right. I'm just saying. So if y'all had a friend, and I'm gonna start with six, and ladies, I want y'all to chime in with this one.
I need
Six.
you to move six to your side. I don't like this whole he on one side. I need the men on one side. Put him
Oh
under
God,
you.
it's starting already. It's
How was
starting
that? Is
already.
that better? Is that
That
better?
makes me feel better. Thank you.
All right.
That's better.
Jesus
Kid,
Christ.
I
All right.
thought you liked sitting next to me, kid. That's crazy. Okay.
That's on Sunday. Sorry, this is Tuesday. Women's, the
All
women's day.
right, y'all. So check it. I got a question. My question is six. If you had a friend, right? It was actually no. Let's say she's not your friend. She is your ex-wife. So your
Yeah.
ex-wife had a friend, and y'all broke up. Now this friend tries to holler at you. She's a beautiful woman. What would you do?
So I got a code, brother, and I think a lot of men, women, period, just don't move off code anymore. You know what I'm saying? Is at any point in time, if I am locked in with a lady, your friends, if I ever call them sis, if we've ever met together where you're my lady and you're introducing me to them, they are now off limits for life. Like you'll never see me catch me kicking it with one of your ladies, even though we didn't work out. One of your friends, even though we didn't work out. Um, that's kind of why I don't like when female friends will say, "Ooh, do you have a brother or an uncle?" Because it's basically you insinuating that if I was a single man, I might just be your type. So for me, once even though there's some beautiful women, and sometimes as a man in your head, respectfully, you may have thought that, dang, I should have chose the other, but you made your choice. So at this point, you've kind of shot yourself in the foot. Take it for what it is.
So she's off limits. So let me ask you a question. With her being off limits, what if her friend is no longer her friend? And what if they went in outs when y'all were together? What would you do?
I didn't hear the last part. What if they what when they were together? When we were together,
They, so they already started to kind of break up their friendship
right?
while y'all was still in a marriage. Would
Right.
you still talk to that woman?
I mean, it's messy, brother. It's one of them situations where behind closed doors, things may happen. But as far as me being at the forefront, in a flamboyant relationship out in public, showing her off to the world as my lady, nah, that wouldn't happen. Could there be a moment in time, a situation, an occurrence to where we maybe met at the same bar and some kind of way ended up at each other's house for a night? Maybe. But that'll all be left to speculation because what happens behind closed doors is between me and that person, right? But as far as me putting it out here, taking pictures and posing, nah, we're not doing that.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. All right. Ladies. Ladies. Now, any one of y'all could chime in, right? Any one of y'all could chime in. How do y'all feel about men that do that? Men that will actually go with your friend behind your back, or your ex-friend, I should say, behind your back, knowing that the divorce is over.
So I had a pretty interesting situation where I dated a guy and he was like a really hot guy, tall, good looking from New York and all of that. And when we broke up, we stayed friends because, I'm not into that whole like we're toxic kind of stuff. And then my friends, they all liked him. So I knew they all liked him because they had told me that when I was dating him. But one of them actually really, really liked him. And she asked me, she's like, can I date him? Can I talk to him? And here's the thing with me, like, if it's somebody that I dated for a short period of time, like we only dated a couple of months, we were trying to get to know each other. And in that getting to know each other process, we were just like, yeah, this is not going to work. So if it was like a couple of months, I was like, sure, go ahead. I don't really care. However, if it's somebody that I really considered like a boyfriend, somebody that I was with for a long time, I would feel offended if they were dating friends or, either my friends like them or they liked my friends. I would feel offended. But if it's something short term, then no, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Okay. So short term, you're okay with it?
Yeah, because we didn't
So
really.
you're okay with it, like somebody that you slept with, because I know a lot of women don't like that. So a man that you slept with, the fact that it was a short term relationship, you're okay with that, is what you're saying. So long as it wasn't a long term relationship you had with the man.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Ladies, how do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely not.
Across
If
the board, no. Short,
just
long,
form
I don't
or
care. It's a
fashion.
hard no.
If my
Okay, tell me
homegirl
why.
knows, if my homegirl knows that I was dating somebody, even if it was short term, and we were intimate, and then she goes and say, "Hey, I want to talk to him," absolutely not. That is immature.
Girl, bye.
It is too many men in this world for you to be picking
Too
up my
many.
leftovers and going behind me. I just feel like that's something that's not a real friend. Because a real friend, I don't care if I had a one night stand with him. If she know about it, she is not touching him.
And then you have to think
Just
about it.
Unless you want that type of timing. If you want that type of timing and y'all like to share y'all men and the poly thing or whatever
Uh,
y'all call it these days, go
nope,
for it.
no poly, and the woman is not immature. She's in her 60s, so no, she was not
Ooh.
immature.
Age
Wow.
does
You sit
not
down
age
So
does
somewhere.
yeah,
not equal
age don't
maturity.
matter.
Age does
Yes.
I
not
think
equal
like
maturity.
I've
I
seen
find
some
I
really
find it
immature
funny that
older
you
people.
guys are so judgmental, being that like, we've seen a lot of different things on here. But the funny thing is, the older you get, the less you care about stuff like that. Like you don't feel so possessive and jealous about stuff the older you get. I'm just saying, and especially if somebody that you've just been rocking with for a couple of months, it's like I don't have any ties to that person.
Okay, let me make it make sense.
I will say,
Yeah.
wait, hold on, Kim.
Let me
I will say this. I was just gonna tie something
Yeah.
together real quick because
go ahead
I'm
because
not,
you might tie it in the way I was tying it. Go ahead and tie it up.
I haven't had my meds yet. I'm not quite ready. So I was just gonna tie it back to he absolutely said it was like an ex-husband, right? So we're talking about something that if you got at least to the married stage, unless y'all just started dating and then y'all were like those people that got married 3 weeks later, that's a completely different thing. But they definitely, I was just taking it back to that. That was just the only tie back. I'm not quite ready to give my givings yet. So
Okay, so I'm gonna make it make sense. Let's
Oh,
say
before you make it make sense, we just got gifted 10 new memberships to the channel. Shout outs to my guy, Block. Much love and much love to you. You know I have to stop the show. Thank you so
shit is
much,
so
my
funny.
guy. Yo, listen, I noticed that even with blockchain doing this, my membership overall is growing. So people are actually becoming members of the channel. And not only this, right? Every time I get these new members, they redo their membership every month. So thank you so much, blockchain, for doing this all the time, looking out for your boy. Appreciate you, man. All right. All right. Matt, you got to pay for your membership if you want a membership, man. That's how that goes.
He said that with his chest.
first
Jesus.
things first, Matt
So,
got to be on time. He just started being on time again. Like, focus on your timing first. How about that?
yo, Ronaldo was good. All right, so Candace, make it make sense. Talk to us.
Okay. Let's say Kid and I, we're friends. Let's not even think about it in marriage. Let's just do the short term thing. Kid and I are friends, like actual friends. We're tied in. Kid dates someone that I may have seen somewhere else and had my eye on, but never made that connection. The moment I find out that Kid is dating him, I make a choice that he's no longer an option for me on any level because I am too beautiful. I am too much of an effing woman, family show. And there are
This is a
too many
family
men
show.
out.
I'd have
There are
said
too
it.
many men out here that even though they might not be your one and only love, there's you're gonna get so many soulmates in life. You're gonna run into at least one or two twin flames. There's gonna be so many options. It's about
Whoa, whoa,
whether or
whoa,
not I
whoa.
can.
We got a $100 super chat from my guy, Blockchain. Shout
Especially,
outs to
Thank
yo.
you said that
Much
too.
love,
You
family.
better show out,
Oh,
blockchain.
man. You know I had to stop the show for that one. I had to stop the show for that one. I had to come to a
I love
pause.
it.
Shout
But
outs to my guy. He says, shout out
Salute,
to
bro.
GMT, the GOAT, Mr. 6'6". Kit, and the rest of the panel, especially the two new guests, Shantae and Ree. Shout outs to you, my guy. And we got another super chat, $2 from my man, Matt. Much love, much respect.
Matt?
Shout outs, huh?
I said, did he really try to follow that up with a $2 super chat?
What? Hold on.
All coins, all coins matter.
The super chat is only $2. I mean, the membership is only $2 a month. You must.
I cannot stand
Yo. Oh man. And we
just spend his $2, didn't he? That's why.
Matthew, spin the block and grab you one of these 20, Matt.
Check it.
Okay.
Blockchain don't want us to talk tonight because Blockchain is emptying the bank account. Well, listen, I always say he can't empty his bank account because his bank account is endless. But my guy, once again, with the 20 memberships gifted to the chat, shout out to you, my guy. Oh, hold up. I got to do it right. My bad, y'all. My bad. What's going on with my horns, yo?
You need to have something that, like, for something like that $100, that was like a, you don't have like a booty clap sound or something that would sound like cheeks clapping or something?
A booty clap? Hold up.
What are we even doing right now?
What are we doing? Yo, we just got money. We just got money flowing in tonight. I appreciate y'all because all of this is going to me to marry y'all. Every time y'all super chat me, every dime of it goes to putting me to marry together. So I really, really, truly appreciate y'all.
It's
right?
Going, guys.
It's rolling too. And Matt asked me, can I please mute Kit? I got 4 kids. Yeesh. All right, so
let me Kit love the kids. Let me babysit.
I don't know. Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but my man is dropping so much money. I can't keep the show going. I have to stop it with the super chat. So I greatly appreciate it, y'all. Oh man. We got another super chat too. Right? He says, y'all get the booty clap sounds, and it's definitely going up.
I know how to make bread around here. Okay? I know what you're going. Okay.
Oh my God.
I know what it's
all right, y'all. Let's go with the show. So, with that being said, I got something else to watch. So we're gonna move on. Kat, hold up, Charlotte. What's up? Charlotte? Like, yo, Charlotte, take a pose. What up, y'all? So, Charlotte, talk to us.
You on mute.
I agree with the panel.
You agree with the panel?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Like, see, I'm just trying to tell you.
With the $5, because I love
Blockchain, do you drink? Is that what's going on right now? You on Patron?
I know my friends. I
Oh,
I know how to make them happy. But I will say this though. I'm kind of like on both sides of it. I'm kind of with like I get where Uma is and I get where Lady Code is, because it's like I feel like that's, and it's one of those unspoken things, right? It's never like you've ever had a friend group that has been like, oh, I talk to him, right? So you never talk to him ever again in life, right? It's one of those things that's just kind of like, oh, he was over there. Okay, that's cool. That's
I just want to reiterate that I don't do it, but if people did it to me, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do it.
Daz and Corrupt said it ain't no fun if your homies can't have it.
Yeah, okay. It ain't no fun.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
So let me say it.
They said
I want to be very clear.
Over here. I want to be very clear. I didn't.
So let me say this. I get it. I get it in situations where you've been physical with the young lady, right? But if it was just a talking situation, we were just in a communicative, phase, like where I'm just getting to know you, like we weren't compatible. And if I never laid hands on you, I didn't touch you. The women out here with this narrative that you talk to my homegirl, so you can't talk to me. I feel like these women are missing out on blessings because you out here passing up your girlfriend talking to every man in the city. So what's left for you? You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on, again, situations for me. As long as you haven't been physical with shorty, I mean, if I haven't been physical with her, then I don't see why we can't have communication. And then it's between you and your friend group, right? You and your lady friend, for you to go and sit, have a conversation and say, hey, girl, didn't when you talking to Mr. Six, did that work out? Okay, then go for it. Oh, you weren't interested, y'all weren't compatible, and then me and you can move accordingly. But I think a lot of times women just have this conflated thought process that because you talk to him, I can't talk. Like if I walk up in a club and I met Shantae, me and Shantae may have right off the bat realized we weren't, compatible. If I see Riri later on the way out of the club and that's Shantae's friend, why am I not okay to approach Riri as well? You see what I'm saying?
And
So
I
that's
think it's
kind of
all
where I
about
come
the
from.
friend.
We get that.
And it's about the friends dynamic too. Like you say, it's how it's everybody's different. So your friend might be like, cool, I don't care, and then you have some friends that do have that possessive type thing where it's like,
That
no.
do care.
I have friends.
Yeah. So it's just a
Yes.
matter of that it's really based down to communication, how you talk to each other, how you communicate. And
And then
there's
another thing with that, right? And the way that it's communicated, right, is normally like it's never like just like some regular like conversation. It's one of those like, oh yeah, I was with he's off limits.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, nah, that's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
Husband dead.
And it can do so it can do so much to the dynamic of the friendship, because if he's around and something negative happens, then they have to fight with that dynamic now, and the friendship is going to be in trouble anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I legit have, oh my goodness, blockchain.
He really responded though. He
He's
really
like,
responded.
yo, do me a favor, kid.
That's wild. You're too good at that.
Can you play the horn?
I love it when she does it.
My horns is lit.
Her voice, right? Her voice. Do it in a reading voice.
In the reading voice. For me, it's off limits. It's off
Blockchain Demon has gifted us with a
it.
$20 super chat. He states, no, Candace, I don't drink. That stuff tastes like slave tears boiled in the pee of colored Listerine. I'm in the middle of my annual 25 Days of Christmas giveaway, and today's philanthropy is going to all of my creator friends.
Aww.
Blessings. Shout outs to my guy. Yo, Blockchain is a good friend of mine, man. Thank you so much, my guy. All right. So,
but no, I just like she was saying, I really just think it's the dynamics of the friendship. I think a lot of the times, especially now, I feel like it's not so, it used to be more unspoken, like we just kind of knew, like our friend used to like them, so now we're not allowed to, even if they like us, right? Because that's happened before, where they really, they like them, but then they meet you and it's like, but I actually like you, like I really like you, like, and not just because how you look, like I like you, and now I'm stuck in between. Okay, well, this isn't going anywhere, but I would love for this to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, it definitely depends on the friendship. But I do know some friends. Like I've had one friend, the same friend, be like, "Oh no, you need to make that your friend," and the same friend will tell me, "Oh no, don't even breathe on him." Like. Well, girl, I'm gonna just put my hands up and just walk in a straight line. I ain't going nowhere. Like, okay, so I'm just stay home.
So you could have the code. And you could have the girl code. Hello.
Okay, for me, here's the thing. Like, especially if that's I'm okay. So let me be very clear. I'm super specific about my relationships, right? I'm really big about them because you can choose anybody. And if we're choosing each other, I'm really big about protecting what we have as far as whatever level of friendship that is, right? Now, if the relationship is one of those, you know what, I hate him. If the relationship is one of those that, it's just like, if it's more like a surface relationship and it's like, ain't no hard feelings gonna be felt, whatever, then that's one thing. But if this is somebody that you work with, it's
that
like,
you was in love with. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If there's no love, if there's no
love, strong, like, hell, we might hate the nigga together. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, me and my people are on one accord, especially if those are my people. And it's not like this pseudo relationship and this phony fake women thing that they like to do. Because I'll tell you this about something. Like, there's other things I can do, you know, outside of sitting here wondering if you are actually being my friend or if you're my friend for how it benefits your life. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, when you the pretty girl and you go out and they want to be with the one that's known, they want to be with the one that's seen, they want to be with the one that other people want to be with, and that's just a benefit to them. But if they're not actually a friend like that, then shoot, your nigga chose me. What you want? Like,
and that's what it comes down to, because people were saying like it depends on the friendship. I think it more depends on the relationship. If the relationship was not like, it wasn't a I love you, you love me, we're gonna get married, you know, like I'm talking 4 months. Like how much in love could you fall in love with somebody in 4 months, right? You're talking, you're getting to know each other. I mean, for me,
Very possible.
I'm a little bit slow.
I got a friend that was dating one chick. But I got a friend that was dating one chick and he married her cousin.
Hold on, let me read the super chat real quick. Let's get the super chat read so I can bring it down real quick.
Blockchain Demon.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Hold on, let her read the super chat real quick. Go
ahead.
Real quick, Charlotte.
Blockchain Demon gifts us with a $5 super chat. What happens if y'all all see the guy at the same time and he puts your heartbeat in your panties? What then? Well, in my world, it's like we either odds and even say shoot. Like, are we doing, you know, rock paper scissors? You know, 100-yard dash. You know,
that's funny.
100-meter dash, first one to the line gets them. I don't know how we gonna work this out.
That's funny.
Like, however we work it out, but like, I mean, you know.
Hold on, let's Charlotte get it. Charlotte, what up? Charlotte, what up?
Growing up for me, I've always been the friend that if my friend dated someone, he was off limits completely.
Period.
However, I've experienced me dating someone and my friends go date them. So it's like, it's an oxymoron, you know.
Right.
Certain things happen to you, you have a certain code. So then it's like, as you get older, it's like, okay, well, should I follow that code with those friends? Because they don't hold me at the same.
But then friends is relative.
Right, but then you grow apart, but it's just like your character, right? You don't do it. It's just not in me to do it.
So I just said
then for me, it would be a tit for tat. Like
I just said the same thing.
I did it once because it was a tit for tat. But it was just like, all right, but I didn't like it. So for me, it was just like this, I'm stepping out of my character. I'm just being spiteful.
Right.
Blockchain makes my cheekbones pop.
All right. He's asking for Riri to read this one. So we got a $5 super chat. Well, hold on. I'm gonna let you do the whole thing, Riri.
I'm so sorry, guest ladies.
Okay. I can do it in my airport voice.
Let's do that.
My professional what
I'm trying to figure out my camera.
Stewardess? Are they stewardess? What is it?
Yes. Airline ladies.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in that voice.
Airline ladies. Wow.
Flight attendant. It's called flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
There you go.
Yes.
That's
I'm not a flight attendant, but I like using that voice, especially when I'm at work. Oh, do it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
The quick brown fox jumped.
Oh, hold on. You got to say blockchain beaming says $5. You got to say the whole thing.
You gotta tell her. She don't know. You gotta tell her.
Yeah,
we are learning.
I'm so sorry for our guests. This is horrible.
I know, right? It's kind of fun. I like it, but all right.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Blockchain Beeman, let Riri. Oh, hold on. Blockchain Beeman states, let Riri read this. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Wow.
There we go.
Did you hear
Boom.
that?
And we got another one. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm sorry. That was who is this guy?
Block is on it tonight.
What is he?
Bro, I'm
No,
loving. I'm loving
Here.
this stuff.
My electrolyte
I
water.
that is super chat.
Okay, so he wants me to read this one. Okay, Blockchain Beeman states, let Shantae read this one. Why does it look like Charlotte is going to heaven?
What?
Is it Charlotte?
You know why?
It's like the halo and like the
Yes,
like
it's the halo.
yeah.
I've been trying to fix my camera, but
I saw it the whole time. I was like, maybe your
man.
hand just gonna be hurting.
right.
It's so
Yo.
beautiful, boo. We can still
I
see
can't
you.
get through this show, yo. This is. I'm trying to get through the show, y'all. I'm trying. Don't get mad at me tonight. I'm
Don't
trying.
jinx me.
All
Not
right, listen.
going yet.
Listen. So check it, right? I got something else for y'all. I got another topic. I'm gonna play it for y'all, and we can talk about it. Anyone can lead this one. So here we go.
Women overestimate their ability to communicate, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean. A lot of women express themselves very well. Express themselves. They can sit there and run down to you everything that they feeling, everything that they don't like about what you're doing, everything that makes them feel away or makes them feel uncomfortable. But when it's time to receive the information, that's when the communication
one ear, not the other.
shaky. You see what I'm saying? So again, as men, we know that walking in, and because we don't feel like arguing with y'all, because we don't want to see y'all cry, we don't want to see y'all do everything that y'all gonna do when we run down what it is that your is not doing right. Most men just shy away from the conversation. So I think that if women would live up to the communication standard that they set, then that would open the door for men to be way more communicative. But until then, you're going to get men who shut down and keep things in, unfortunately.
All right. So let's talk about it. Anyone can have it.
Yeah, let me speak on this one first, brother.
Ooh. Okay.
You got it, my guy.
So being this type of man, right? I think one of my biggest flaws has been the fact that I am a little bit too communicative. You know what I'm saying? I like to communicate. I don't like strife in my household. There's order, right? Ain't no need for us to be going to sleep and we ain't comfortable. So what I found is that in most platforms, especially on some of these social platforms where people stream, being a male streamer, you'll have people come into your live and men will ask, why is this even a question? Why are you emoting this way? Or why are you voicing yourself this way? We don't do this. We as men, we don't voice and vocalize the way we feel, right? And I find myself in conversations with women where they're like, you spicy, or you're because I have an opinion, right? Because I'll sit and I'll go back and forth and have the banter with you. It puts me in this space where all these homonyms come out, where you'll use certain words to demean me in conversation for having the conversation. So I think this is why, because I'll shut down. When I feel like you don't want to hear my voice, you don't care to know my perspective and how I feel in the situation, it lets me know your perspective is the only one that matters right now. So that being the case, there's no need for me to speak. But then after shutting down, you want me to speak. You want to feel as though you've been heard. You want a response. I no longer want to give it, because at this point, I just feel like I'm not heard. So I've checked out. So just my perspective.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree, Mr. 6'6". This is a classic case of learning how to listen to understand versus listening to respond. I think a lot of women, we are emotionally driven, and it's a learned thing. You have a learned skill. When you're younger, it's so much easier to blurt out what you want to say and then get overly emotional. And when that man's trying to either correct you or give you constructive criticism, to get offended. But over the years, as you go through relationships, you're going to learn very quickly that you can't be that way. So you have to teach yourself to be able to listen and take in what that man is saying so that you can respond appropriately. And a lot of women, we don't do that. And we also have this stigma of men to be the strong ones and not be the communicative ones. And when they show that emotion or they break down things like that, it's different for a lot of women too. So I feel you. From a 41-year-old woman too.
Real quick, we got a super chat. It's hilarious. Yo, he's so stupid. Yo, Charlotte, read this one, please.
Let Cassis read this one. Why does it look like Mr. 6'6" is in Mr. 5'9"'s car?
You know, it's crazy, brother. You know, I tell a lot of these ladies, they say they want a tall, dark, and handsome man, but then they drive a Prius or a Bug. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. It's tough finding a vehicle that fits me, homie. Good observation.
So, Mr. 6 foot, are you in your wife's car?
Oh, wife? So no, baby. The ring is no. This is for decoration. This is to kind of keep the conversation down.
Isn't
I'm
that
good.
bad?
I do the same.
Nah, I've had enough luck. So at this point, if it's keeping them more, it's probably keeping more of the bad ones away than it's. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good, baby.
It's a dog. It's a dog blockchain. It's a dog.
I don't wear
it's a dog.
It's still block. Whatever it is you ate for dinner, I want it.
I know one thing. Stay out of the mushroom. Look, stay out of the mushroom patch blockchain. Stay away from the happy things. Okay.
Oh my God.
Out of control.
So all right. Riri made a good point. Y'all tripping me out tonight.
Yo, he got jokes.
And so did Six. Six made a good point too, right? A lot of men, I agree, we shut down. Like when it comes down to us communicating, we hear so much that, you know, if we talk a certain way, we sound soft. If we give too much information, that's sassy. So it, you know, and these are new terms. Before, we got shamed by other men if we talk too much.
Thanks.
So we were bred into this way of, yo, you know what? Keep it in. Keep it in. Don't express how you feel. And honestly, I don't disagree with that. Me as a man, I don't think a man should over communicate his emotions. I don't think the majority of women find it attractive, right? I think it turns people off in the workplace environment, right? I'm in corporate, so and I'm a leader in corporate, and when I have employees come at me emotional, I tend not to trust him as much as I trust a more stoic man. It just is what it is. So it's a difference between the way we want the world to be and the way that the world actually is. So I go with that.
Are you saying that you don't think I can understand the aspect of being in corporate or being in the workplace, but between a man and his wife or a couple, are you saying that a man should not overly communicate his raw emotions or his
Yeah.
emotions, period?
I'm not saying his emotions, period. He should talk to his wife. 100% communicate with your wife, but overly emotional to your wife, no. I believe that men should have a strong male circle that they could go to and get strong advice when they go through hard times. I definitely don't believe that a man.
So I just want to make sure that in most of these situations, right, that the man isn't being misconstrued, because a lot of cases a man is trying to lead. He's trying to lead you in a finance conversation. He's trying to lead you when it comes to our kids. He's trying to lead you within his household, and that takes communication. Because the only way that I can be a leader, a provider, right, have provision, is for me to be able to communicate with my wife. Because if I'm out here just making decisions without you, then now you feel like you're being controlled. You don't feel like you have any say-so at all. So it's crazy that when men are trying to communicate and be the best leaders, because like you say, brother, I'm in corporate America as well. And I know that it does not work for me to be this manager that stands here and say, this is what it's going to be, this is what y'all going to do, and y'all just going to do it. Now, it's better for me to build a culture within my store. It's better for me to make sure that everybody in my store feels heard, because at that point, everybody wants to come in and I got a team now. So if we can't be a team in the household, then what exactly are we doing? Because if I'm supposed to lead, I got to consult with my team. And a lot of women just go ahead.
What I hear you're describing is more of being a servant leader, right? A man that's able to lead but also listen, and that's That is different than an emotional man. To answer this question about
That's
what is an
emotional.
overly emotional man, right? Is a man that, as we say all the time, the man that will come to you and cry every time he goes through something. His emotions are so strong that he can't fully make a decision because he's overthinking everything, because leaders don't do that. You know, a leader tends to, you deal with your emotions and you move forward. And everything of a leader is a forward thinker. So when you do have an overly emotional man, you will realize that you won't get that far in marriage, in any type of decision-making skills. It's one of the worst men to be around. And overly emotional men are the ones that's in jail, because instead of thinking twice, they did without using their brain. Those are overly emotional men. So
I agree
sorry.
with you. I agree with you because I mean, I don't want to say it, but it's the truth. Women don't really respect overly emotional men. Men have talked before about when they share their emotions with women that they use it against them. You know, like if you share like a really deeply personal part of your life and then that woman is angry at you and then she throws it back in your face. So it's sad that I don't want to say that, you know, but that's the truth. The truth is that women do get really vindictive and they will use that guy's emotional stuff. I agree with you that men should not be overly emotional with women.
And it seems to only happen when it's time for our ladies to be accountable. In most
Right.
cases, most women don't have to be accountable. It's always, it's okay, baby. That bad behavior, we'll fix it, baby. But when you
Yeah.
come into a partnership with your man, it's not that easy. In most cases, you have to be spoken to as though, like, babe, this mistake is, and you have to take accountability. And some women just, they're not used to having to do that.
Yeah. And that's where emotional intelligence come in. It's a healthy balance of being logical and also emotional. It's a time and place for it. So if you meet someone that's struggling with EQ or emotional responsibility, then you're going to always run into that problem, whether it's a male or female. And it's speaking on the emotional man, an emotional man is a man that'll kill a woman. And when he's overly emotional because of his emotions, most men are logic. You know, so for a man to be emotional to a certain degree with a woman, that's a privilege. I'm going to say that right there.
Right.
But
Right.
when it all boils down, emotional intelligence is key. And again, it's a learned skill. You have to learn that.
Right.
I,
You
you
have
know,
to
it's
agree.
be
funny.
a male.
I have a
Male.
4-week emotional intelligence program where I work with some of my clients in developing emotional intelligence. And I had a woman tell me, I don't think emotional intelligence could be learned. And I'm like, well, how do you expect people to develop emotional intelligence? Of
Exactly.
course it can be learned.
Intelligence.
Right.
That's
I agree.
you have to agree.
It's
Right.
all a learned behavior. Let me get Kit to read this super chat. Go ahead, Kit. You got it. You got it, Kit.
Blockchain, you tax my nerves, I swear. Blockchain Beeman gives us with a $5 super chat, and it reads, let Kit read this one. Are y'all not going to comment on Candace and that her gang-related Christmas tree crib? What?
Yeah,
But you
yo.
know,
Yeah, you read this
low.
one too. Read
He
this one
also
too, Kit.
states, Candace has her background blurred out because she's watching Xmas themed P on. I scattered ashes. See it. Hashtag
Yeah.
blurred or not.
Had he said
No, he is a
had he
mess.
said making it, that would have been true. Had he said making
Oh
Now,
it,
man.
that would have been true.
Yo. All
but
right,
I
y'all.
will,
I
All right.
like
I
the
will
You go
tree.
say,
ahead. You got it.
no, I was just going to
The
say,
tree.
I will say I do agree. Emotional intelligence is something that is a learned skill, kind of like how when you're learning anything new, like because it's not necessarily ingrained in who we are, especially when you're younger. No one's really telling you, you know, you like I feel like they do that more now, right? I feel like we live in a society in a time now where we're actually engaging with kids when they are emotional and saying, hey, you know it's
Mhm.
okay to cry, but now
Mhm.
you go tell that person, hey, you did this thing and I didn't like it, because they don't know, and so you know so because they don't know, you know, it's hard for them to it's harder for them to, you know, like now, like you grow up never really having anyone telling you. It was normally like you went and you cried and then boo-hooed, and then it was like, no, you don't do that, right? And so, but it was never like a practice of, okay, you know what, this is how I'm feeling, and you made me feel this. And how do we get past this point so that I don't feel this and you don't make me feel like that? And I think that that's something that's becoming more inept in kids now, especially because of how intricate our society is today. I'll say it like that. So when you have all of the different types of people and moving pieces and parts, it's no longer this black and white place, right? It's a very, very colorful place. And now we have to learn how to navigate in that. I will also say that a big thing about women, we have, and this is why I have a lot of male friends. You have to learn,
Poppy, you put it on the charger?
Riri was saying, you know, like Riri was saying, you have to do it with what did you say? Like you have to do it with a level of listening to understand and not to respond. And a
Right.
lot of women are listening to have their next rebuttal up. And so a lot of the times when you're so busy planning and plotting your own, you know, your own game up here, you're not listening to what's actually happening. You're only hearing the parts that you need to formulate the response that you feel is going to garner you whatever the thing is that you're trying to achieve. Where and if you just listen to them, a lot of the times what they're saying, asking, or you know, requesting aren't these mountains versus molehills. And a lot of the times it's more about introspection so that you make sure that if he said something that you might need to improve, you're not taking it as a jab or an insult versus from a place of understanding and love, since this is the person that you gave permission to love you in that way in the first place. So,
So, hold on, hold on.
Wow.
We got a first time person watching the channel. Shout out to Eco. What up? What up? What up? He says first time on this channel, and this is a great topic content. Thank you so much, my brother. I greatly appreciate you. And we also have my man who said, long-winded kid, wrap it up, B.
and that is exactly why you have no membership. Name
So
Oh
this is
man.
exactly why you're not on the
what I
panel.
what I have kind of picked up over the past few weeks in conversation about this emotional intelligence show is, a good friend of mine came into the live and she was like, it's crazy in some of these conversations, Six, you gotta be a thermostat, right? And when you're talking about emotional intelligence and you apply the concept, a lot of times, people just attach or attribute emotional intelligence to you being able to control your emotions. But as men, right, what I'm learning is that when I can control and or moderate the energy of my lady as well, that's when that emotional intelligence really comes into play.
Not the
When she
Riri
eats
stat.
up to a 95 to a 90 in the house, I gotta cool her back off to a 65, 70, right?
Ooh,
And in order for
that's
me
a
to be able
man.
to do
That's
that,
masculine
I
energy.
have to be able to see her not listening to me, not listening to respond, all these things that Kit just said, and still not get in my emotions, still not let it turn me up, still not let it put me in a position of being now overly emotional because I now feel unheard, because now I'm coming down to a feminine energy, right? So it's being able to maintain my energy, maintain my masculinity, and also get her to see what the whole message and my point is and trying to be heard in the first place. Even if that's putting that conversation on the shelf and coming back to that shit later, because clearly, baby, you ain't trying to hear me right now. So I'll rap with you later.
Right. Right.
But see,
Love
that's the
it.
kind of energy that, in all
Well,
honesty, because and I know we got to read all these damn super chats because blockchain and Jay is going crazy today. But I will say this: the one thing about what you just said, Six, is you know women dig that, right? Like if because the misconception is that women want to walk around in their masculine energy. It's a farce. We want to be toes up, booty rub, making dinner in a cute outfit. Like that's legit what we prefer to do outside of all the other things we want to do, right? But when you can speak to a woman in a place where she can understand you, and it's not it's like, it's kind of like how Jay was saying, like logic, but where logic is meeting the emotion to a place where you can kind of settle and make it, you will automatically elicit that feminine energy, that because she naturally is like, okay, okay, daddy, you got it, all right. She has no desire. Women really don't have that desire. A lot of women are put in that position, whether it's been through past situations that have happened, or you know just not knowing who they are and what they should be accepting as women in those roles. And so because they're going through all the different things, and they're also not given a safe space to land, right? When a man is in masculine energy,
you gonna read the super chat? God damn it, you gonna read the super chat?
oh, fucking Jay Mills, aka Mr. Freeze, gives us a 1999 super chat.
And by the way, this is his first super chat. So shout outs to
Jay came in with the light skinned brother heat. I ain't mad at it. Like, we ain't got too many of the light brights on the panel when it comes to brothers. So you go ahead and represent for your clan, Jay. Jay Mills, aka Mr. Freeze, states men should always lead with logic, expressing thoughts and expectations. Too much of the quote unquote emotional displays, and a woman could perceive it as instability.
Right. We got another $5 super chat from my guy
It's this whole
Blockchain.
thing now, matching energy. I don't
Right.
like that.
It's so big.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blockchain Beeman states, Kit keeps looking off cam like she's supervising her plantation of put source children laborers that make her products. Hashtag good business. Look, I have to keep an eye on my asset.
Yo, and we got another one.
Want to quote unquote cool your woman down? Pull down your pants. If she's still mad, blame your father.
Like, you have a book open that you just coming off the cuff with these.
Just going. He going.
Blockchain was on the shroom train today.
I want to hear from Candace. I mean, from Charlotte. Charlotte, talk to us. What's good? What's your thoughts on the topic?
Oh, you guys nailed it. Men do have to be emotionally intelligent as well as women. In order for you to listen to your spouse and comprehend and understand what the actual topic is. A lot of times women feel like they want to get their point across and don't want to hear their man out because they feel like they're always right. So it's like more like woman privilege. Like even if you notice when you driving and you try to like cut in and the woman is just like inching up, not gonna let you in because she's privileged. It's the same concept in a relationship. She just feel like she don't have to listen. Like you're gonna listen to what I have to say, and what I say is right. But I feel like this generation now is doing the healing work, and everyone is being adults and fixing traumatic problems and are having healthy relationships where they're able to have dialogue and one hand wash the other and everybody listen to one another. So yeah.
That's real. All right, and I also need to hear from Shantae. What's your thoughts on the topic?
Yes. So I would like to piggyback off of what Riri said, matching energies. I feel like that's the main thing people do nowadays, and it sucks. It's not needed. I feel like whenever you scoop to the next level, it never ends, and it's consistent, and then the relationship turns toxic. So we're wasting each other's time. I also feel like men need to be heard more, and primarily Black men. And like Mr. 6'6" said, like whenever they speak up or they get called sassy is the new word. And I have used it before, but I feel like it was a different situation and no man wants to be called sassy. It brings down their manhood, it embarrasses them, and we got to do better as women, as in that level. But they can also do better with communicating.
So let me ask y'all, because what I personally don't understand is matching. What was the word? Matching what?
Matching
energy.
So what exactly is that? If y'all don't mind me, because I don't understand
feminine traits.
He goes up, she goes up, or she goes up, and he goes up.
Okay, so matching energy.
Two wrongs trying to make a right.
Like, so when they go low, I go to hell.
Damn.
Okay. Like your 10 is
I won't do it.
Yeah. I don't like to scoop that low. I don't want to.
Girl, I got knees like Megan and a back that won't crack. I am going to hell and back.
I just write my hands with it. I don't retaliate.
But here's the thing. I'm one of those people, like, but here's the thing. The reason why I'm really careful about that is because I know me, right? And I'm one of those people that I've learned that trying to get back at a person never really gets back at a person. You gotta hit people in a different place to really get to the heart of who they are. But you understand what I'm saying? But I will say, I want the kind of energy I want to match is like, look, you took me on a date and you sent me a haircut. You know, you sent me flowers. Let me take you on a movie date. Like, give me good energy to match. I'm not. Look, I retired from my ass whoopery. Okay, I don't want that no more.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not. Cassis looks like she makes a bomb ass salad. I do, and I make a bomb
leafy greens.
You know, hold on.
How can you make a bomb salad? A salad is nothing but like vegetables. Like what?
No, salads can be good.
You ain't never had a good salad.
I love me a salad.
You ain't never had a good salad.
Exactly.
I make bomb ass candy yams. That's what I make. And then my favorite dish is lamb chops.
There we go. And he's asking he's asking if Shantae and Riri could cook.
No, Matthew asking.
Shantae, why he call us twins? Shantae, why he call us twins?
Because we yellow.
Because y'all in white
and
high yellow. Yes.
That's so racist.
Oh my God.
That's colorist, sir.
So racist.
Oh man.
But we're beautiful. All the women are beautiful.
But
yes, I can cook.
Thank you.
I wanted to piggyback on the tit for tat. Like, I really don't like that. And I've learned when a person go like high, I like to go low, because then I'm able to process what they're saying, because you could tell when a person is upset, you can tell who they truly are.
Yes.
And you have to listen to the words that they say out their mouth, because that's actually how they feel. So that's why when I'm supposed to get into an argument, I don't get into the argument. I sit there and I listen. And then I respond. Because when I respond and when I speak, it's going to be the truth. It's not going to be out of emotion.
Come on.
Right. He says you probably make a cold ass some water.
Yo.
Yo,
this guy's is crazy.
He's hilarious.
Actually, no. A hot bowl of soup. Tastes the soup.
What do you want to find out? I think
actually
happening this evening. What is happening?
So this is what I see, yo. When it comes to this matching energy thing, right? It's crazy because as a man, I'm quarterback. I saw you. I'm a hunter, big Leo energy. So if I put eyes on you and I'm coming after you, right? The whole point is for me to find where's the communication between the two of us. I have to find a sound ground with that, so I'm communicating with you effectively, consistently, right? In order to build consistency, I have to find that. And I think in a lot of situations, we as men, again, are just trying to lead. And it's hard to do that. So the energy I need you to match is me trying to lead you. If you want to follow, if you are looking for a man to follow, if you are open to following a man, then match that energy. Because the fact that we are even in the negative energy in the dating phase, period, is an issue. Because I didn't come out here in the dating phase to be in a negative situation with you, to be sitting on the phone with you arguing, to be having that crazy energy, because it's too early to be doing that. We aren't talking about finances. We aren't talking about meshing households. We aren't talking about kids. We aren't talking about life changes. So why are we having this disruptive energy so early in our conversation? What it shows is that we're just not compatible. What it shows is that we really just don't like each other. Because if we did, when none of this be an issue, we still be in our honeymoon phase. So I think when you have this type of discourse so early in conversation, it don't speak to the person. You're not a bad person. We're just not compatible, baby. That's all it is.
I love that.
That's
I
real.
love
That's
that.
real. That's real.
Nipped in the
We got a
bud.
$2 super
Period.
chat, and my guy Matt says yeah, never got. He said never got a yeah or no twins, and Candace, you too.
Listen,
So
To answer your question,
Matthew
Blackman,
and blockchain made me drink all my juice.
yeah. So to answer your question, I can cook. Whoever said that, who Matthew, I can cook. I'm actually doing a carnivore diet where I'm eating only protein and veggies. So if I make you a plate, it's going to be nothing but either steak and some broccoli or something. So
I'm
yeah.
on my
no
way.
carbs, right? No carbs.
No
Just
carbs. No
give me
carbs
all-
for
No carbs.
all rest of
Maybe
the
I
day.
might have to
Give me
join
all the
you in that
meats.
diet.
I'm on week 2 now. I did it before and I lost like 20 pounds in like a month because my
Oh.
body was, it was in ketosis. So I'm on week 2 now this time around and I'm seeing some good results with my stomach.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So how do you
That's
do
what's up.
it? So would I do double protein?
No, you just eat what you normally would eat, but just take out the rice, take out the bread. I even get burgers. I just say burger with no bun. Somebody else be like, "What? Burger? Yeah, burger with no bun." A Chipotle bowl with no rice. Just get the lettuce, the black beans, the chicken. Just eat like you normally eat. Just don't eat bread and rice. You're not, your body will thank you. Trust me, because it's inflammation in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good information. I'm actually
like
kind of doing the same thing. I
Mhm.
really slowed up on the carbs and all of that craziness that you put in your body all the time because it's not good for you, man. If y'all don't know, carbs turn into sugar, sugar
Yeah.
turns into fat. So there we go. So I got a question. So the overall question before we end the show. What exactly is a man? What is a man in society? And is a man deemed at a high esteem and should be deemed at a high esteem as one of the most important figures for our household? So anyone can answer this question.
Society wise, I think men are huge. Men are needed because a lot of the jobs, hardworking jobs, men are in them. I was in the military. A woman can't be in the infantry. A woman can't fight in a war in that aspect. In household, it depends on who you're talking to. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like men
I'm
are
with that.
needed within the household for kids. Men are needed to be their dads. The kids need their father. If I'm a single woman, is a man needed for me? No. Do I want one? Yes. If I'm married, is a man needed? Absolutely. And I will remind
Yo, hold up. Did you
every
see
day.
Six Face when you said you want a man? He said, "Whoa."
I just want to toss that out
straightened up his
there.
hat real quick.
I feel like it's so many different levels depending on where the person stands, what's their status. Because if I'm married, I'm reminding my man every day, I need you, I want you. That's needed. But if I'm single, I'm not walking around screaming, I need a man. So
Yeah.
it just depends.
Agree.
Okay.
I don't need a man. I need my man.
Period.
That's needing a damn man, Kate. What are you talking
I
about?
don't need
What does that
a
even
man. I
mean?
need my man. There's a
Your
difference.
twin
There's a
Still,
whole
flame.
bunch of mans. Anywho.
oh, Jesus Christ. You don't need every man. You need a man.
You said
Right.
what is a man, right?
What is a man?
A leader,
Yes, you. Okay.
provider, um, a friend, a companion. What else? Someone that can manage my emotions as well as his. Uh, someone, I said a leader, which is guidance. Someone that can communicate and is loyal and respectful and definitely emotionally intelligent.
Okay. Uma. What is a man to you? You're on mute. You're on mute.
No, I said, I always go against the panel. I think differently. A man is a human being. He bleeds like a woman. He feels like a woman, and he wants the same things a woman wants. He wants to be loved. He wants to love. Some men want to lead. Some men want to follow. It just, at the end of the day, a man is a human being. And I feel like if we as people started doing that, treating each other as human beings instead of putting all these titles and labels on each other, the world would be a better place.
I'm gonna push back on you, Uma.
I knew it. I was waiting. I was
I knew it the minute I said it. And I always ask myself, why am I on this panel? I'm always different. Trevor, what's up?
No, that's why you're on the panel, right? We all can't agree.
All right, bring it. Right.
If I'd have gotten any closer to my camera, I was waiting. I was looking.
Here we go.
So, you don't believe, Uma, that we have roles, and as society is being built, right?
Okay.
It's continuously growing. Right now, for the most part, it's mainly maintenance, right? But as the world was being built, men had roles that we had to do, right? And there was a reason why men were considered the hunters and women were considered the gatherers, right? So those are two separate roles. The reason why is because men are bigger than women. We can manipulate the society more than women can. So this is why, on average, not all men, we all know there's some corny, small dudes out there. Let me not call them corny. We all know there's some small dudes out there that really can't do much. But for the vast majority, men are built different than women. And it's always been known in society. So from what I heard you say is we're more of the same than different, right? Or you're saying not even more of the same than different, we're just the same. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and if you go back to history, right? Historically, it is the men who made the rules. It is the men who decided that men were the hunterers and women were the gatherers. Because let's not forget, we have had tribes of women, Amazonian women, warrior women. They made a whole movie about the warrior queen. There are tribes of women who don't need men, who have survived through time quite normally. But that's another talk. That's another time.
No, because I got 1 second, 6. You're right about that. There was tribes, right? But we're looking at millions of years, right? How much tribes, right? I don't think it's role set. For the most part, if you had to wrestle something bigger than you, the likelihood is you're gonna lose, right?
Okay, but there's
we naturally.
But I could wrestle small men the same way big men could wrestle small women. Like it's not a man.
Even a smaller man, the likelihood is he could out wrestle you.
I doubt that.
I'm highly. That's great.
Wait,
it's just personal experience. I know.
But you know what? If you want to put your personal opinion on thinking what I can do and what I cannot do. No,
I'm not talking about personally you.
You said me.
We're talking, but we're talking in generalities, mainly women.
Okay,
right?
But there are women who have put men down, like in sports, in wrestling, in racing.
So basically, women could go play football with men, is what you're saying.
They do right now.
Come on, Uma.
In high school right now.
Yeah.
We're
not talking about high school. A professional woman at the same level cannot.
You keep moving the goalpost, though, bro. You keep moving the goalpost because you keep
on the same place. What are we talking about right now? I'm
answering the question, and I'm giving you proof over the history that these things.
No, you're not giving. You're giving me very small examples. If we're talking to majorities or outliers, then what you're talking about is not relevant to the topic because it's outliers.
It is because you're asking me if a man can be taken down by a woman, and I've given you several instances when yes, that has happened.
Can it happen? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. It probably won't happen, but it's possible.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have a difference of opinions.
you know, it's okay to agree to disagree. I will say this
That
though,
part.
because
I still love Uma to death.
I know, I know. The love is there, and so am I. Okay.
We have different
but-
opinions because I believe in the power of women. I definitely believe in female empowerment. I believe a woman could do anything she puts her mind to it. We've seen over the course of history women entering into things with men and also winning. So it's not like, I don't know why this is such a far-fetched idea. Like,
It's a
how
far-fetched idea, Uma, because as a 6'6" man, there are women who will sexually in the conversation say, "Ooh, what I'll do to you." What is your
Fact.
5'3"? What are you gonna do to me as a 6'6" man? You gonna push me down? You gonna take my body? You
what
gonna
would happen
strap?
if you
So
had
so when I'm looking at it as a man, Uma, there 95% of men can't whoop me. So if 95% of men can't whoop me, I don't understand how most women have even a close
saying
chance.
most women. He
Well,
said,
it's training.
he
I'm
said, no,
saying,
can
I said on
can I get a
average.
chance to talk? Anybody, can I get a
average,
chance to talk? What
Go
he
ahead,
said
go ahead.
was, if you got a bigger man with a smaller woman or a smaller man with a bigger woman, I'm saying it could happen. I'm not saying a 5'3" woman could take a 6'6" man down. That's crazy. Unless she know martial arts, I don't think she can. But if you had a 7-foot woman, which you 6'6", would you be a little intimidated? And if she's working out and she's wrestling and stuff, would you be intimidated? I'm just asking.
No, to be honest, there's nothing about a woman that intimidates me.
That's not you, but there are women that are strong. There are women that are bodybuilders. There are women that work out. So I just don't believe in this, men rule everything.
No, I mean when I think what you're speaking to, is the fact that domestic abuse, a lot of times men don't get it heard, right? Because it's not cool for you to be out here talking about you getting whooped on. But there are a lot of women who are whipping on a man and respectfully are whipping their ass. That is a thing.
But then even with that being said, even with that being said, Six, it's not on average where that's happening. And that's all I'm saying. Y'all are, it sounds more like
I think the problem is that
hold on, let me finish my thought, kid.
Like it's not the
We
same.
got off topic.
No,
we sure did, but we always get off topic, but I have to share my opinion because my opinion
is what is a man?
No, yes, that was the conversation. But of course,
and I gave my opinion, and then there was
she gave your opinion.
That's why we're
and
here.
it's okay.
But hold on, she's absolutely right. Men are human beings. However, a man has to define who he is. But to a woman, I define who a male is to me.
And my
I don't want to
woman got to define who she is too. Like it goes equally. He got to define who he is, and she got to define who she is.
Who is a man? I know who I am. I know
her opinion.
But the question is, who is a man? So,
and I said, let me repeat myself again. A man is a human being, right? He got emotions like women. Different ways of how he expresses his emotions, but he still got emotions. He feels sad, he feels angry, he feels happy, he feels joy. He bleeds like a woman bleeds, right? We're human beings. So when you ask me from my introvert INFJ mind, what is a man? I'm going to tell you a man is a human being. That's it.
But we all are human beings. We all have individuality as well. And we all have, that part. So while we're human beings, it's more so how a man identifies himself as, like who he identifies himself as.
And that's
Jesus. Go ahead, kid. You got it, kid.
No,
you got it, kid.
No, please.
No, you got it. No, you got it. No, please, you got it.
You sure? I don't want to interrupt.
Positive.
I'm trying to, raise my hand and shit. So, let me say this. 6, and I know you're gonna be like, because I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I'm only 5'2", and I took offense to how you said how was some 5'3" person gonna take you down. They wouldn't be able to take you down necessarily straight up, but if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So there's other ways to take you down. I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I just because I felt a little bit like, what you mean? Because I know shit. And I can taekwondo kit. Like so just putting that out there. Second, as far as what a man is, I think that it's all dependent upon your perspective, right? Here's why. Because what a man is to another man is going to be like someone who stand up, someone who's a brother, someone who's this. What is a man to me? A man to me is someone who can stand 10 toes down on who he is, what he believes, and can execute that in a plan that works for him individually, and then because he knows who he is, and then he can bring that to us as a unit, because then that means that he's a leader in a way that allows me to be my feminine self. I also think the problem with what a man is that today people are, you know, they're basing a man on just masculine traits, right? I've literally seen a gay man beat a very big heterosexual one in the eyeball, and we have to stop because a lot of and I'm
he's still a man though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
regardless of however
we'll
he
say that on this panel.
identifies, he's still a man.
Here's the thing: we'll say this on Tuesday's panel, and on Sunday's panel there'll be at least 4 other people that say that is not a man. Oh, I don't know what that is, but that is not a man. So we're not going to play that game.
No one on Grown Men Talking says that. I don't subscribe to that, y'all.
And God
YouTube, don't listen to her. YouTube, we don't do that over here. We don't do that over
every
here.
Sunday, YouTube, listen to me, because what WTF? Okay, so no, but again, it's really about making sure that we're. And I know you hate, I don't want to say partnership, but I don't think you have a problem with the inclusive word. Making sure that we're inclusive when we're looking at what it means to define who and what a man is. But to me, a man is someone that allows me to feel safe, and I have a safe space to land, that allows me to not have to use any sort of masculine energy for protection, because I know that in every facet of that, my man is going to do that. And it allows me to just, put my titties on his forehead and, play the bongos and some shit,
Well, yo, Candace, this is a family show. Candace, what's up? What's your thoughts on what a man is?
J Mills. Only the creator of a thing can define what it is. So, I'm always gonna go Bible. Men are needed. Men are necessary because there are things that we were biologically created differently to do. There are purposes that we were supernaturally given from woman to man. Not to say that people can't do other things and have different relational dynamics, but things work best when we are under the leadership of men, when men are effective leaders.
That's biblically.
Oh, Mike. I heard somebody's mic drop. Who mic was that?
Can I get in here?
Go ahead.
So, you guys say something, Six? What's up, Six?
Yeah, because the rain's starting to get crazy over here. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. So, I think what a lot of times gets lost is that a man is a man regardless of what you think he is. A lot of times a man is based on your perspective and based on what you look at him and what you see him as, and then based on your eyes, you don't see him as man. So now that what is that some stamp that I'm not a man because you think I'm not a man? Because based on the life that you've lived and the morals that you have and the things you have set for yourself, you see boy and now I'm a boy, huh? Right? Because we can go off these homonyms and these names and this name calling. We can do that a lot. But respectfully, I think we have to start respecting the fact that a grown man is a grown man, regardless of his bad traits, good traits, any of that. He's still a man. That's first. Now, when we talk about good men, productive men, leading men, leaders of men, right? These men, just based on some information I got from a young lady on a platform, they have a sound foundation. When you're building a house, his house is in order. His figurative house is in order. When you're building a foundation, your hierarchy of needs, your morals and values, that's in order. That's sound. That's first. That's how you were brought up. Then when you got that foundation of the house, the porch, right? The studs, that's your vision. That's what he stands on. So he knows where he's headed. He's led by God. He knows what he wants and he knows what to do. Then he trusts that. The walls are the trust, right? You got walls where he trusts the vision, he trusts where he's going, he trusts that he can get it done. Other walls are appreciation. He appreciates the fact that everything I've been through, all of my morals, my values, my vision, the things, me trusting it, I appreciate the falls, I appreciate the good, the bad, all of that. And then now you can put a roof on that house and he can feel secure within that house. And now when a woman walks up on this house, she walks up on sound foundation. She walks up standing on his vision and saying, damn, I trust where he's headed. So she can lean on this wall and say, man, I trust it too. She can appreciate what this man does for her, how he treats her, the life that he provides for her. And now when she looks up and she sees that roof, she now feels secure within my home. But a lot of men don't have their house in order. They're out here trying to build up other women's houses, make sure her house is straight. And then his windows are falling out of his and his roof is falling off and his floors are creaking, right? So I just think most men have to put themselves in a position of being understanding that your mama wanted you to take care of her and help her with her house. And you've been helping women with their houses ever since. You never learned, if you didn't have a father in the household, how to be a man and go out and build a house. So all you've ever learned is how to work on one, how to wake up on Saturday and instead of playing video games, come out here and help mama do the lawn. Come out here and help mama wash the dishes and do. But see, that's not being a man. You're not building a house because that man would have showed you from bottom how to build your house. So I think when we as men come into the mindset that we have houses to build opposed to houses to upkeep, we were never meant to upkeep homes. That's a woman's job. We were meant to build them. When we start building houses, then I think we can start getting these women on our page.
Damn, he just dropped a whole bomb. Shout outs. Hold up.
Can you put up what I just posted, please? Put up what my last comment was, please.
Hold up, man. But hold up. I'm about to give my glasses.
That was a lot to unpack.
What you posted?
Appreciate it.
There we go. 6% say what I'm saying.
A deeper voice.
I think we all said the same thing. It's okay. Sound better coming from a man.
But when you 6'6" and sound like this, I guess it matters.
I was just reiterating, Kit. My bad.
I'm sorry. I forgot my big girl voice and my shit. My bad. If I was 6'6", they listen to me too. Whatever.
Oh, hold on. We missed some super chats. Blockchain just let me know we missed a lot of super chats. So before we end the show, we gotta read these super chats. Kit, you get your reading voice on, please. Go.
We have another one. Shout out to Blockchain Beeman for the endless amounts of cash infusions this evening. He states, I feel like Candace's favorite excuse for not going out is, quote unquote, girl, I done already took my bra off.
And is.
That's
and is. The only reason I didn't take my bra off when I walked through this door because I had this show to do. Because, honey,
okay.
It is.
Let's flip and pop. Bunny hop, okay? Blockchain Beeman also states, when Shantae said she does want a man, 6'6" sat up 3 inches taller. He's now.
Okay.
He did almost touch the roof of that car.
I didn't see it, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Matthew actually got the coin.
I mean, how much taller you want me to sit up, baby? I mean, I don't know. That's on you.
I'm gonna remind us that this is
received.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Matthew Pearson has got the coins up from $2 to $5, guys, and he says, "Thank you, Lady Riri. Candace, Candace, not you though. We beefing. LOL. I'm gone. Great panel, ladies. Come back. Let's see. Come back, not you, philosopher. 6'6".
Hold on, we got another one. He ain't
even here. Why are we reading his super chats? He'll come back and watch though. Blockchain, we're still respecting the chats, even though you're already gone. Maybe you're still here. I don't know. I pay good money for an Uma versus Chill wrestling match. We will never incite that.
Oh, that would never happen, right?
We will
never, ever.
What's going on with the moon today?
I just want to go back to what Riri was saying as far as there being roles and stuff, right? But the one thing I've learned over history is that roles change a lot. and they get, I don't want to say misconstrued, but they change. Case in point, and I know the fellas on the panel about to be, show me your proof, but I promise y'all can look this up. Did you know that men were the ones that actually started wearing high heels first?
Nobody
And
care
wigs.
about
I
that
can't.
shit.
And
What are we
wigs.
talking about?
Wait, listen to what I'm
And
saying.
wigs too. I remember that.
I know that.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
like black back in the day.
because, again, I was saying that because people are so busy being stuck on
And
what,
dresses.
Oh, platform.
yes, what a man is. Not even just like high heels, like with. Well, they didn't have like the pointy heel back
It's
then.
gonna
It was
take
still,
too long to make it make sense to me. Go
you
ahead.
know what I'm saying? But the point of that is that I think a lot of the times we get caught up on what a role should be versus a role that's developed and works for the relationship. I'm really big on relationships being singular units. They're not these mass constructed things that everyone in society gets a chance to dictate, because they don't go to bed with me every night. So we need to really start understanding that certain roles may work for traditional relationships, but we're in 2024 where kids can go and claim that they're cats and pee in the hallway. We're clearly not beyond traditional places, so we really need to start looking at what roles suit the relationship and the people in them, so that way they have harmony, regardless of if the husband is the stay-at-home dad or if the mom is the one taking out the trash. You know what I'm saying? Not very traditional, but still very needed things to get done, and it still doesn't make it any different. Fuck you, Mingo.
I mean, but a lot of these non-traditional
I
homes are
love you
because
too.
the tradition of man being in the household is no longer there. A lot of young men are watching their mothers grow up, single mothers working 2 jobs. A lot of single young men, I mean, a lot of young brothers are having to go out here and get jobs at 16 and get out of school and go straight to McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and say, my pleasure. So that being the case, the dynamic of what it takes for a lot of these men to come into then the dating pool later in life and be sufficient, they've never seen a man be a man. So when we talk about tradition, you can't build tradition without the tradition of a man being in the household. So it's not so much that things are modernized. It's get back to the tradition of having space for a man in the household. And then maybe some of those traditions can start to matriculate in our culture.
But traditions are
Here we go.
created, and traditions can be created, and traditions change. Think about it. When Big Mama got out of the house, everybody didn't necessarily have that same everybody go to Big Mama's house tradition that they did, but other traditions are created. I've seen where cousins came together and said, you know what, Big Mama isn't here anymore, but we're going to get together and get all of the cousins together in the families. So it's a different tradition, even though you understand what I'm saying. Things can be created, and it's all about what works for the people in that unit. And let's go, because I want to go eat my pho.
No. All right, yo. So I'm gonna close out the show here. We can continue this conversation on Sunday. Please join us on Sunday. But check it. Grown. I have my my
Talking on
chat.
Friday. I got you.
My trash. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm
I
tired.
got you.
I'm sorry. We got grown men trash talk on Friday. So please stay tuned. Join me on Friday at 1:30. It's gonna be a dope show. Shout out to everyone on the panel tonight. Y'all did y'all thing. For real, for real, for real. Everyone's perspective tonight. You know what I'm saying? Me and Uma have to challenge each other. What is it if me and Uma don't challenge each other? Right?
It's not a show. It's not a show if we don't challenge each other.
It's not a show if we don't challenge each other, but I love you for it though. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much. And we have our new ladies that joined the panel for the first time, and I hope to see y'all here more because this was fun.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
No, thank you.
It was a pleasure.
I appreciate
Very
it.
nice. Nice meeting everyone. I have fun.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right, do me a favor, y'all.
I'll be back.
Definitely. Yo, listen, do me a favor, everybody that's here, could y'all hang out in the back room? I know Shantae got to run, but everybody hang out in the back room, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. I'm tripping.
the window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. I'm living in a blinded town, am I running out of time? Feel like a drug when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. 'Cause it's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Oh, make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you? Call